Jones C. Edwards Stadium here in Huntington, West Virginia. College football on CBS Sports Network. It's on Facebook Watch today as the Cincinnati Bearcats from the American Conference take on the thundering herd of Marshall.
One more thing impacting both Cincinnati and Marshall, this unusually hot late September weather here in Huntington, West Virginia. It was in the mid-90s today. It is not supposed to get any cooler.
Austin Rohrwasser, and the ball game's underway here in Huntington, West Virginia. And from the 6-yard line, Tucker, he's a speedster. This kid's got wheels and a good return out close to the 40-yard line.
Pierce made a couple big plays against Ohio State.
Averaging over 21 yards a catch. Here's a toss to the boundary side to Warren. Not much there.
Little direct snap here.
It's Michael Warren. Michael Warren trying to go left side of the line, and he is slung down.
Although now with the play clock where it is, I wonder if they're going to take it down and call a timeout. Maybe not. I like the quarterback sneak here, but they're not going to do that out of the gun.
Play clock down to 5 now. This is their 6th fourth down conversion attempt of the season. Warren! And this one they may have to measure. Very, very close as Warren took a shot, and there among those in there, the guy you highlighted, Tavante Beckett, who's been all over the joint so far. And they're going to bring the chains out here, Ross.
No, they gave it to him.
They did.
He just pumped it. He just gave him the signal. They gave it to him.
All right.
That was a terrific stick. Warren almost always falls forward. Watch both Marshall defenders here. It's power scheme, nice lead block, but Nazeeh Johnson, 13, as well as Cobb in there. They stuffed him right in his tracks right there. He didn't get an inch.
Cincinnati. Tavion Thomas in the backfield, right into the air though, into the corner. No signal yet. No signal, they discuss.
I mean, that's an incomplete pass.
There you go. Trent Cloud, the intended touchdown target for Ritter. 2nd and goal upcoming.
Cloud had it in his hands, but here's a lesson for any young defensive backs. Never stop. He has it, but Chris Jackson keeps fighting till the ball comes out. I love that. Because a lot of people would have thought, well, he has it in his hands, he's coming down. Chris Jackson never gave up on that play and forced the officials to at least initially call it incomplete, which I think is the right call.
2nd and goal, Tavion Thomas in the backfield. Thomas gets it, he got cut down in the backfield as Marshall's Tavante Beckett bursting through there to make the play.
Beckett is the leading tackler in Conference USA. He's going to come from over here. He's the left side of your screen. Coming firing in off the edge. Watch him.
Beautiful.
That's what he brings to the table. Raw speed.
3rd and goal. 11th play of the drive for Cincinnati. 4:35 to play in the opening quarter. Ritter trying to get out of there, and he won't. They got him at the 9-yard line. So the Marshall defense stiffens as Amari Cobb led the charge. And Ritter's helmet off. Injured Cincinnati player down as well.
And a late penalty.
There is a penalty as Cooper's the injured Cincinnati player down on the field. Henry Johns, our referee today. Let's hear what he has to say.
After the play was over, unnecessary roughness. Number 9 of the defense, ripping the player's helmet off. Half distance to goal, automatic first down.
Wow.
Number 9 on the offense does not have to come out of the game for a play.
So Furman Silva and Doc Holliday, you can see, is absolutely livid.
That is a gigantic penalty
Big
on
time.
the FIU transfer.
Yep.
Furman Silva's at the top of your screen. He's rushing it against the right tackle, Lorenz Metz. Comes off, couple different guys get in there. Here comes number 9.
Yep.
I think they're ripping at the ball.
Pushed it off there at the end.
No, I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, that's tough. I can see why Doc Holliday was as livid as he was. Marshall's got 7 total yards in the game. 3rd and 8 here. Inside of 2 to play in the opening quarter. Four wide set for the herd. Green got time over the middle. First down. Catch is made. Trying to get to the 40-yard line is Armani Levias. So first down, Marshall, Delray Beach, Florida. 2nd and 10. Fake to Knox. Here's Green. Not the fastest, but he does the job, and he'll get him in a 3rd and short. They're going to need 2 to convert out to the 48-yard line. Marshall 1 of 2 on 3rd down. Gives it off to Brendan Knox. Knox has got the first down and then some. And the herd are rolling now. Another first down for him. Derek Forrest yanked him out of bounds. There's a late penalty flag on that far sideline.
Really well blocked. He's just going to get to the outside. They get the edge. Nice kick out block by number 50, Omer. Watch the tail end of this play. Yeah, you got to call that.
Teen is down on the field with a special guest.
That's right, and now entering his 5th season as the head coach of the Thundering Herd men's basketball team, Dan D'Antoni, a Marshall alum and legend himself. Coach D'Antoni, good to see you.
Yeah, a real legend. I hope it was a good one.
Now, we do go way back 11 years when Coach D'Antoni was an assistant coach with the New York Knicks, and I was a sideline reporter there. But you've had some winning seasons here, Coach D'Antoni. What's it been like? You did coach, was an assistant coach after you graduated in 1970, but after all these years to come back the last 4 years, what's it like being home?
You know, my wife thought I graduated 1985, so you gave me away. But coming home was a big thing. And again, I'm doing something I love to do, and you get to do it with people that you love doing it with. So, you know, you can't beat it. I'm enjoying it. I hope everybody else is.
2018, that upset over Wichita State, the Marshall's first ever NCAA tournament win. How did that impact recruiting and the way that you've been able to move this program forward?
Well, I think this year's team will kind of show that. We're much more bigger. We're more athletic. I think people are going to enjoy it. And, you know, if the leadership goes right and the ball bounces at the right place at the right time, then we got a chance to be very successful.
Well, good luck this season, Coach D'Antoni. Thank you.
Let's go Herd.
Should snap it between 5 to 8.
Right at 8. Bliss coming off the edge. Tavante Beckett. DeGuara's in the end zone saying, I got the ball, it's a touchdown.
Well, they are taught to let the play go and don't blow the whistle. Beckett off the edge. And I'm not sure, that might have been a fumble, because he hit him before the arm was coming forward.
Yeah, looks to be.
Is it an open hand? I think it comes with an open hand because it flies forward.
This would be a good look.
You thought it was an incomplete pass, but I'm not sure that's not a fumble.
Yeah, I don't think that arm was coming forward.
Is his hand open? Is there nothing in the hand when it comes forward? I don't think they're going to overturn this, which is why everybody needs to get on the ball right away.
Right.
It's such a nice job by DeGuara right there.
It really
That's
is.
what you're taught in practice. You don't hear a whistle, you get on that football.
Keep going. So the folks in the video review booth have this in their hands now. Here's a slow-mo look, Ross.
You're kicking from the 50. Why not do a mortar shot, try to get him inside of that?
Damage the reception.
And get some points. It'd be huge for the Thundering Herd to get some points here.
Green over the middle. Good coverage applied there. But again, that was Gamage once again. Check in with Tina. Tina, what do you have?
Well, Ben, I learned yesterday and this morning as well as I walked through the area around the Marshall campus and around town in Huntington that wherever you go, including the Union Pub and Grill where we went, there is a picture or a mural or a plaque or football jersey remembering, honoring, memorializing the November 14th, 1970 plane crash, which killed all 75 people on board, including 37 Marshall football players, their head coach, Rick Tolley, members of his staff, fans, supporters. These people were leaders in this community. And there's also, of course, the Memorial Fountain that is located on the Memorial Student Center Plaza, where each year on the anniversary, thousands attend. And each year there is that tradition that the fountain shuts off on that day. Now, joining me now is a very special guest, and anyone who is a Marshall fan knows who Keith Morehouse is. Of course, he is currently the sports director of WSAZ. However, Keith joins me now, and Keith, your father, Gene, was the sports information director as well as the football announcer, and he was on that flight in 1970. When you look back, you were 9 years old. How did that tragic moment just change the trajectory of your life?
Well, yeah, that's a difficult question, but it did. It changed a lot of lives from people who lost loved ones, and I didn't know that I would get into the same kind of business. I think I just gravitated that way, and got lucky enough to end up in the booth when Marshall had Chad Pennington and Randy Moss and Byron Leftwich and some golden years of Marshall football. And so it's been a great journey, and it's kind of a symbiotic relationship with what happened and what I ended up getting into.
Well, Keith, we also want to congratulate you. Last week, you were inducted into the Marshall University Hall of Fame. What did that mean to you?
Very humbling. You know, you work hard and you hope that it, you know, not that you want the recognition, you just hope you go to work every day and do the best you can. And then it makes you reflect and thank everybody that helped you along the way. And that was the biggest takeaway for me, is how many people were instrumental in helping me do what I've done. And it's been very worthwhile and very humbling.
You know, it's unbelievable. It's almost been 50 years. Yet when we talk to these players, it's still so part of the fabric of being a Marshall football player. What have you seen over the years?
I think what you see, Tina, is you see that they embrace the story. It was a tragedy, and no university really wants to be affiliated with the tragedy, but it happened, and it's part of this community. It's part of the fabric of this university, and Marshall fans everywhere. And the players, when they get here, figure it out. And if it's a little overwhelming, I think that they handle it really well. And by the time they leave here, it's just part of their makeup and part of what they do when they play football for Marshall and run out of that tunnel.
Yeah, and you told me an interesting story before the game. If you would just tell our viewers on Facebook Watch right now what Doc Holliday implemented when he got here.
Yeah, I think it was a year after he first got here. He called me up, and Red Dawson, Red was, of course, an assistant coach who didn't make the trip, and said, hey, guys, I want to do something that I've never done before. Would you meet us up at the cemetery? I'm going to run the team up there. It's about a mile from here, up straight up 20th Street up to where the memorial is. And he goes, I want the players to see the memorial firsthand. You know, we talk about it. They've seen the movie, but he goes, I want them to see it physically for themselves. And it's an eye-opening experience for them. And Doc, to his credit, continues to do it to this day. And it really makes an impact. And it makes, I think, all of us who lost somebody so thankful that the school still remembers, that the program still remembers. And that's the ultimate compliment and tribute to those 75, I think.
Well, Keith, it was so nice to talk to you. Thank you so much for sharing something, of course, so personal.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your stay in Huntington.
Oh, thank you. It's been wonderful. Then, Ross, back to you.
Thanks, Tina. Great stuff from you. And Keith's a good man. I've had a couple opportunities to meet him, and I haven't been here in 5 years to do a game. And first time I came here, Ross, I went up to the cemetery, and it is moving. It is inspirational. It's obviously sad. And I love what Doc's done with the team to take them up there, to understand what it means for these players to attend school here and to put on a Marshall uniform. It's something special. To me, there aren't many places like this in college football. It might be the only place like this because of the unfortunate tragedy, but it's a special place in this community. They basically, they go up and down just like this team does, man.
Well, and you hear it a lot that it's more important than just football.
Yeah.
But that's definitely the case here.
It is.
With this program. It means a great deal to a lot of people. And frankly, that's why Doc Holliday took this job and wanted this job. It's because of how important the football program is here at Marshall University and to the fabric of the community of Huntington.
Part of our 150 years of college football, Marshall finished their '99 campaign with a Motor City Bowl win against BYU in the second quarter. Chad Pennington, the Doug Chapman 30-yard score, giving Marshall a 7-3 lead. In the third, it was Chapman again down the sideline for an 87-yard touchdown run. I think this was from a scrambled feed, but they got it dialed in the end. Marshall won 21-3. They capped off a perfect 13-0 season that year. All right, Tina, thanks so much for the update. Third down and 2. Thomas trying to spin away. There's a stop for Marshall. And start of the fourth, alongside Ross Tucker in the booth. My name is Ben Holden. Good to have you with us here on Facebook watch here today. Xavier Gaines.
She's probably on Facebook commenting on how much her Bearcats are winning.
One would think. Up the gut. Good pick up there out to the 42-yard line. Green gives it off. Knox, tough run out of him. First down run to the 49. Jarrell White the stop for Cincinnati.
In a situation in which you're not going to be able to win this game. I feel the same way about Green.
Yeah, Isaiah Green flings it out there. Nice catch made by Willie Johnson. So Willie Johnson getting up to get that. Taj Ward on the coverage, but Johnson wins the battle that time.
And maybe this is why they're still in the game. Maybe they won.
Sheldon Evans is the back, and he gets it. Got a little bit of room. Evans trying to power his way in, and he does. Sheldon Evans. Marshall avoids the shutout, and they finally get on the scoreboard with 12:35 to go in the fourth. That's finishing a run.
And that's exactly what Doc Holliday wanted to see.
Yep.
He wanted to see his guys keep fighting, well blocked, and I love the finish right here. I thought he was going to go out of bounds.
Yeah.
He lowered the shoulder.
Ryan Montgomery has checked in. Ball now is down on the turf. Cincinnati coughs it up. And Dominic Murphy on the loose pigskin. Short field from the 40. Isaiah Green has Sheldon Evans to his right. And around Willie Johnson. This kid's got speed to burn. Willie Johnson. And there goes Willie Johnson to the house. One play and a Marshall touchdown. 40 yards on the house call for Willie Johnson.
Such a good call by Marshall offensive coordinator Tim Cramsey, because Cincinnati's got some backups in there. They're hustling. They're overeager. And look at the block. Look at 50 Ulmer on the outside. If you're the corner there for Cincinnati, you got to force him back in. I go right over. I decide between a Choco Taco or a chocolate eclair, maybe even ice cream sandwich.
Backup is redshirt senior Alex Thompson. Here goes Evans. Puts his foot in the ground. Sheldon Evans. No quitting this kid. Scored the touchdown there first, and he has played hard. An 11-yard pickup. Javon Hicks made the stop, and they moved the chains.
Evans has been very impressive.
He has.
They had a bunch of good backs last year. Look at the stiff arm, the wiggle. Gives him the leg, takes it away.